It's a fantastic time to be a gamer. With so many new games coming out every month, it's a perfect time to snag a new video game product. If you need an upgrade or some new gear, should you buy a new PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X? So in this video, we will discuss top 10 video gaming products on Amazon. Let's start. Number 10. Nintendo Switch Lite. The Nintendo Switch Lite is a dedicated handheld alternative to the original Switch, boasting the same power as the original but in a smaller and lighter package. It's also worth noting that the Lite is a solely handheld device, and while you can connect Joy-Cons to it, it's meant to be used by a single player. That means you can't dock it, and it doesn't actually come with any Joy-Cons in the box. It also means that you can't play all the games in the Switch library, mainly those that require docked mode or are party games. While Joy-Cons will attach, the screen is a bit too small to play properly. Number 9. Amazon Luna. Amazon Luna is a game streaming platform, not a traditional console, but it serves the same basic purpose as a console. This streaming service is essentially Netflix for video games, in that it provides you with access to a library of games that you can play whenever you want, with no additional charges on your computer, phone, Fire TV device, or even directly on your television. Luna has the lowest cost of entry of any game console or streaming service, as the monthly fee is quite low, and you don't need to buy any hardware. Amazon does sell a Wi-Fi Luna controller that works quite well, but you can use most USB and Bluetooth controllers with the service if you already own one. Number 8. PlayStation 4 Pro. The PlayStation 4 Pro plays all the same games as the standard PlayStation 4, so if you're upgrading, you won't have to start your library afresh, and you won't need to pay any more for new 4K games either. You may, however, see an improvement in how they look and perform compared to the standard PS4, though they won't look or function as well as they would on PS5. The PlayStation 4 Pro was the most powerful console in the PlayStation lineup, capable of outputting native and upscaled 4K in games. Even games released before the Pro that weren't specifically patched can make something of this console's greater power. You'll find images look a little sharper and games will run more smoothly, thanks to the PS4 Pro's Boost mode. Number 7. Razer Kishi V2. The Razer Kishi V comes with two pieces that make up each end of a typical gaming controller. Each piece easily slides and grips onto each end of your phone, effectively turning it into a traditional handheld gaming device. The controller has clickable analog thumbsticks, function buttons, an 8-way D-pad, and face buttons to bring you more intuitive control as you play. The controller is responsive too, and brings you a low-latency, smooth gaming experience. The controller's ergonomic design makes it comfortable and easy to hold, even over a long period of time. You can use the Razer Kishi V2 to play certain games from the App Store, but it's also cloud gaming compatible. Number 6. Xbox Series S. As the name implies, the Series S is Microsoft's latest console, sans disk drive. This means that you can only play games that you download over the internet. Most people should be fine with this option in 2022, but there are still some out there who like to own physical copies of the games and other media they purchase. If that really matters to you, then you'll want to buy the Series X instead. Something else to consider is that the Series S is slightly less powerful than the Series X. You can play games at around 1080p instead of 4K, as on the higher-end console. But many games being released today aren't taking great advantage of the Series X hardware anyway. You'll still get a great, nearly comparable gaming experience on the entry-level Series S. Number 5. Steam Deck. The Steam Deck makes that dream a reality, giving you access to a huge chunk of games, available on Valve's platform without sacrificing too much quality. Sure, the games don't look and run as great as they would on a powerful PC, but the Steam Deck does a surprisingly good job of showcasing graphically intensive games in a way Nintendo Switch never could. Aside from featuring a robust lineup of games, the Steam Deck offers plenty of control customization, a clean UI, and a reasonable price. We also can't overstate how nice it is to jump into the system and see all the games available that you've purchased over the years through Steam. Not every game is compatible with the device, but practically every new release works on Steam Deck, making it well worth the purchase. Number 4. Sega Genesis Mini. There are some golden age classics that only can be found on the Sega Genesis. From groundbreaking platformers, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Earthworm Jim, to iconic Fighter Kings, Streets of Rage 2 and Mortal Kombat 2, you have to admit that Sega has just as many stellar, nostalgic titles as its Nintendo counterpart console. The Sega Genesis Mini features 42 games, 40 of which are Sega. The package includes a sleek, miniaturized version of the Sega Genesis console and 2 classic controllers. The console is ready to plug and play, and includes a power adapter and an HDMI cable. The games are presented almost exactly as they were, but the console does include a Save Anywhere function, which is quite a time saver. Number 3. Nintendo Switch OLED. The Nintendo Switch OLED is the best version of the console, and for $50 above the price tag of the base model, you get a much better screen, audio, kickstand, and dock. But unfortunately, it's only really worth the premium if you play it in handheld mode, since there are no upgrades for TV functionality. The Switch is effectively a completely different ecosystem than what the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox share. Most of its best games are exclusive to that system and concentrate more on gameplay than graphics. Unfortunately, the hardware is relatively weak compared to even today's phones, and you often have to look past performance issues and muddled visuals. However, the Switch continues to capture the magic, for which Nintendo's systems are known. It's also the only place you'll find Nintendo's first-party titles, which continue to be lauded as some of the best made. Number 2. Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X is a tech powerhouse. The console features 12 teraflops of power, and up to 8 times more graphical performance than Xbox One, not to mention twice as much as the Xbox One X. The Xbox Series X also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and supports variable refresh rate, variable rate shading technology, and a low-latency mode that allows for better responses out of your games. The power in this next-gen console is sure to wow gamers. That is when there are true next-gen games available for it. Xbox Series X owners have no shortage of games to play, with more than 100 heavy-hitting games on the roster and promises of Project X Cloud integration. Gamers can explore and test out new titles for a low monthly fee. Given Game Pass is available on PC as well, the Series X also allows for more cross-platform opportunities than Sony's offerings. Number 1. PlayStation 5. First of all, the PS5 currently has the upper hand when it comes to games. PlayStation gamers have been enjoying titles like Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and Godfall since the get-go. Xbox fans, on the other hand, have finally been able to play Halo Infinite following its launch in 2021. But beyond that, the list of top-tier exclusives is slim. Sony also has finally brought backward compatibility into the fold too, and the PS5 will be able to play most PS4 games, so you won't miss out on late-gen titles like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghosts of Tsushima. The PS5 simply has the best game library out there right now. Speaking of peripherals and hardware, both iterations of the console use AMD chips across the board, including an 8-core CPU running on a modified version of the Ryzen line. The PS5's GPU is from AMD and provides 10.28 teraflops of power while supporting resource-intensive processes like ray tracing, which allows for more advanced lighting in games. It also comes with a 4K Blu-ray player, putting it in line with the Xbox One S and Xbox One X. In layman's terms, The PS5 is technically less powerful than the Xbox Series X, but still packs a punch and represents a massive upgrade from last-gen consoles. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications.